Hi everyone, this is Alicia, also known as AVP. Well, not AVP anymore because of now my husband's last name, but mostly I'm known as AVP, so I'm Alicia. So I have a possible new YouTube series that I'm thinking about doing, and I'm going to toy it out around with you guys a little bit today. So, in case you guys didn't know, I am a huge Disney fan. I've been a huge Disney fan since I was about 3 years of age. I'm 38 now, and so I still love Disney to this day. And I thought I'd do a fun idea possibly for this to do a little bit of fun with that. Hey, Chloe, how are you? So I thought I'd test this out. So I was talking to my mom. We were listening to some Disney music on my phone, and we were talking about the movie Beauty and the Beast. Now, in case you guys didn't know, there's a lot of versions of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. There's also a television series, at least two of them that are made out there. And I thought, you know what? Let me toy with this idea a little bit to see what happens with what happened with Beauty and the Beast kind of thing. Because there's certain questions that are left unanswered. Because I was explaining to my mom that there's some differences between the live action versus the 1990, I think it's 1992 if I remember correctly, 1992 version that was made in the Disney animated series. So I said, okay, let me toy with this idea a little bit. And I was thinking about this. So we all know that he's a prince. That's not a problem. So if he's a prince, who are the king and queen? Question number two. If there's no king and queen, who's running the country when he's under the spell where he's the beast? Because here's the thing. Normally when there's someone that can't take over the throne for whatever reason, that there's someone in second in command, like a prime minister that would run the country. So in this kind of case, who's running the country while he's under this spell? That's an interesting question. So if that's the case, wouldn't there be allies for that particular culture? So if there's that culture around, wouldn't they be wondering what's happened to the king and queen, the prince, and why is nobody going in and out of this castle? Why are we not having any contact from this castle by any means? That's very strange when you think about it. Because when there's a ruler of a country where there's royalty involved, either the king takes over, the queen takes over, or they have someone that's going to be acting as the regent of the country. And they normally have allies. They even have enemies. So even though this is a Disney story, wouldn't there be somebody wondering, well, what's happened to that country? What's happened to that castle? Why have we not heard any correspondence? That's a lot of questions right there. Another question. Mrs. Potts, hey Jeffy, how are you? So Mrs. Potts is, I'm going to say maybe 40 something years old, okay? And Chips is about 6 to 8 years of age, correct? So if they've been under the spell for 10 years when the prince was 10 years of age, and then he has to be under that spell until he turns 21, how is it that she's able to have a son, but yet who's Mr. Potts? Why is he a human child when theoretically there's no way she could be having a child while still in her teapot form? I mean, I know it sounds really weird, but it's very strange. Here's another question for you. The wardrobe where Belle has that beautiful yellow dress that we all know, and we love it very much. So Belle went to the castle to rescue her father, correct? She didn't have any clothes on her except the ones that she was wearing and her cape and everything. She obviously didn't have a suitcase with her. Where did the clothes come from that she's wearing from the wardrobe? Were they the princess mother's? Were they his sisters? Did he have another love interest before Belle came on the scene? It kind of makes you wonder. I mean, this is just Beauty and the Beast now, folks. We haven't even gotten into any of the other Disney movies. We have only been in this one Disney movie. We haven't even gone into, say, Bambi. There's one with Bambi in there, too. Like, for instance, they say a man was in the forest, right? So, let me point something out to you that's very true. There would be bullet casings left in the forest from where the hunters had shot poor Mrs. Bambi, still left in the forest, because unless the hunters collected that residue, that's still in the forest. Also, where are the footprints? There would be footprints still in the forest from where the man had been in that forest. Because I know if I'm stepping in the woods, whether it's mud, snow, or even in the grass, when you press down on it, you leave some kind of a footprint behind. Even there's gravel, you would leave some kind of footprint. Even if they were in their bare feet, there would still be some kind of residue behind. Even if they did it without their feet, without socks or shoes, but if you have your bare foot, you're going to notice the footprints behind still. Also, don't some of these animals have very keen senses of smell? They would definitely smell the humans before those crows start shouting out saying, man, 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 or man was in the forest. You would smell it, especially if you're an animal, because that's one of their high senses to help them let them know that's going on. That's 2 Disney movies we are going into. Let's go into another one, shall we? Let's try. How about we try Cinderella? Which one of you ladies likes to wear high heels? I know I don't. But glass shoes would cut your feet. She's dancing in these shoes. She's running in these shoes. And yet she doesn't cut her feet. I don't think that's possible, folks. Because I can tell you straight up, as a female and someone that wears heels once in a blue moon, that's going to hurt your feet. That's going to hurt. That's not practical. You can't do that without it hurting you. It doesn't make any sense. Also, we hear his name is Prince Charming, correct? What is Snow White's princess name? Prince Charming. Are they one and the same prince? Are they 2 different princes with the same name? Or are they 2 different timelines? I mean, it doesn't make any sense because we hear him being called as Prince Charming, Prince Charming, Prince Charming. Yet Snow White's prince's name is Prince Charming. Cinderella's prince is Prince Charming. Which one's which? I mean, they look very similar. Let me pull up an image and we can look them over really quick. So I'm going to type in Prince Charming. And I'm going to say Disney. And we will start with this first one from the Cinderella one. Okay. No, they were high heels. Exactly. They were high heels. They imply flats. They say glass slippers. That implies flats. Good point, Jeff B. Very good point. So here is Prince Charming from Cinderella. I noticed that he's got brown hair. He's got on a jacket with the epaulets, red pants, a shiny belt, and black shoes. Okay. And his hair coloring is brown. I'm going to zoom in a little tiny bit. And it looks like he's got dark hair. But look at this. Here is the prince from Snow White. Hairstyling is different. Costume is different. Let's zoom out a teeny bit for this one. I see he's got a cape, white shirt, blue vest with some red strings, shiny belt, blue tight pants, and brownish boots. And it looks like he's got brownish hair. Interesting. So, if they have the same name, how can they have the same name? Are they the same person? Or are they two different people? That's just another one that I've, like I said, have just started exploring. Possibly. They could be brothers. But here's another thing, too. So they're singing through the forest and everything like that. And that singing carries through. How is it that the seven dwarves, even if they're working deep in the mine shaft, because some of them are not completely in the mine shaft, how are they not hearing this singing going on? How is the wicked queen not hearing her singing? I mean, Snow White's got a very high melodic voice. And she obviously knows that voice because she hears her scrubbing on the floors outside the castle. Could be generic princess. Good point, Jeff B. But here's the thing. She's scrubbing outside the castle. Getting back to my point. She's scrubbing outside the castle. No problem, right? And the queen knows her voice. So how is she not hearing that same singing voice when she's singing in the cottage? When she's cleaning the dwarves' home? Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So, that's very, very peculiar. Good point, Jeff B. Because here's the thing. Her name is supposed to be Snow White, correct? So, if she's supposed to be snowy white, she would be pale white. Incredibly pale. Let me show you what I mean. I got a piece of white paper just for this demonstration. This is white. Her mother, when she's pregnant with her, says, I want a child with skin white as snow, hair black as ebony, and lips blood red. You guys see my Raggedy Andy over here? His hair is red, but blood red is more of a burgundy-ish color because of the way the air hits it. So if she wants a child with skin this color, that's a little freaky, because little kids do not need to have pale white skin. That's scary. Very scary. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. The black hair? Sure. The red lips? Sure. But the white, pale white skin? This one's bright white. Do you want your skin to look this color? If I come in here with my skin looking this color, you're going to wonder if I'm sick. You're going to say, wait a minute, she's not feeling well. Let's get her medical attention immediately. So her mother requested for her baby to look like this. That's not healthy. Even the Caucasian race is not completely white. There's melanin in our skin systems that makes us look pink. We don't look 100% white. We don't. It doesn't make any sense. Rapunzel, with her hair being so long, let's go to that one. If her hair is thick, might have been. She could have been. So let's go with Rapunzel. Let's go to switch to another Disney one. Her hair is supposed to be really, really long, right? Okay, no problem. How is it not pulling her scalp? How is it not pulling her bald? True. But still, that's still unhealthy even for olden times, Jeff B. and Chloe. But no, with the Rapunzel thing, how is that thick hair not pulling her bald? I know myself, I have thick hair. So if I have it as long as it is currently, right now, that would be pulling me bald if it was all the way past my legs. If Rapunzel's hair is long as they say it is, it would be pulling on her and giving her all sorts of pain. And who knows what would be living in that hair of hers if she didn't brush it, if she's just letting it drag to the floor. In the opening numbers, she's sweeping and mopping the floors and cleaning the cobwebs. Cobwebs are very, very dusty. And it makes you sneeze. If it gets into your hair, that's going to make you want to sneeze. I know I can't stand dust after a while. So if that's going when she's mopping and sweeping the floors, where's her? She's not even pulling her hair back. She's not. She's just letting it hang out. What's on that floor? Because she's in her bare feet. Practically the whole movie. She's stepping on who knows what in that cabin. Exactly. She's bringing in who knows what bugs, grass, even from the Mother Gotham. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And then mopping? when you step in something, it gets on the bottom of your feet, folks. And your feet gets a nasty, dirty, ugly, cuggy. It gets ugly. Because I know if I step in something, the back of my foot is almost gray looking because of all the dirt, unless I wipe it off. She's not in shoes. Exactly. She would be having headaches from the hair. Exactly. And like I said, who knows what she's bringing into that cabin? And then Pascal's walking around in there, and she's baking flour everywhere, eggs. Where are the eggs coming from? That's a good question there too. She's baking pies. Where are all this stuff coming from that she's making this stuff with? There's a couple of them right there that we're just exploring right there. I mean, exactly. They were that was the reason why the Middle Ages happened, Jeff B, because people did not practice proper hygiene. That's why the Dark Ages happened. That's why, because they were bringing in plagues and diseases from these rats because they didn't practice good hygiene. So if that's the case from our perspective in the 1500s, what about this one of Rapunzel? Think about it. If she's not practicing good hygiene, what's she bringing to Mother Gotham? What's Mother Gotham bringing to her? And then she hangs around these people at the snuggly duckling kind of place. You don't know where those guys have been. I mean, who knows? That's just some Disney ones that we're left with questions with more left unanswered. It's just so many things. And I'm thinking about making this a whole series. I really, really am. I mean, if you guys enjoy this kind of conversation I'm doing, I would love to do it. I really would. Because this is a really important topic, because there's so many ones that we're just diving into. We're dissecting little bits and pieces here and there. I mean, if you guys wanted to come on, you guys could come on and we could discuss it and make this a whole community thing. If not, I could just go find a Disney movie and then just dissect it little by little. I mean, there's so many things there. I mean, crazy. We're just dissecting a little bitty tiny bit. And we've already uncovered a lot, so already. And I'm just like, wow, we haven't even scratched the surface on this. We're just like, okay, let's do this. Let's see what else we can explore. I mean, no, there was a bug in the Bugs movie called A Bug's Life. There was a Bug's Life, actually. There was those bugs there. And there was also some of the bees and stuff that you used to be seeing, like in some of the Disney, they do like little music videos and stuff like that. So you would see bees and stuff like that. Here's one that me and my husband were talking about the other day. So, Ariel lives under the sea, as we all know. And yeah, Mulan's another one. There was, the cricket and then Mulan, yes. So, let's look at Little Mermaid, the animated. I'm not going to say anything about the current one. I'm not going to say anything about that one yet, but let's go to Little Mermaid. I love Little Mermaid. She's one of my favorites. But even she has some unanswered questions. So, we mentioned this with Beauty and the Beast, that he is a prince. Prince Eric is the prince, is he not? Who are the king and queen? I mean, obviously there has to be a king and queen. There obviously has to be a king and queen. Obviously there has to be. But who's running the kingdom while he's gone? Because throughout the entire time we have the Little Mermaid movies, they always refer to him as Prince Eric. Even in the directed movie sequels, what do they refer to him as? Prince Eric, Prince Eric, Prince Eric, Princess Ariel. So if he's the prince and she's the princess, well, not quite, Jeff B. Crabs are a little different from bugs. Crabs are a little different. So if these animals can talk in Little Mermaid in this one, how is Louis not able to hear Sebastian talking? How is Grimsley not hearing Scuttle? But yet Sebastian can hear Eric. Eric can hear Sebastian talking because when there's the scene saying kiss the girl and he says her name, he says Ariel. So he says her name is Ariel. Ariel. Eric says Ariel. Your name is Ariel. 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 They sound very different. How does he get Ariel into Ariel? Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's another one that makes you make your head scratch a little bit on that one. Thinking, huh, how did that happen? I mean, and the thing is, with their skin tones, how is it that they are still looking pale as can be? The sunlight doesn't go that far deep underwater. It doesn't go that far deep underwater. At a certain depth, it stops. It is like, nope, nope, stop there. Another two things. That Prince Eric statue. How did Flounder get it into Ariel's grotto? He could barely get himself out of that little peephole thing on the ship. But yet, how is he able to get that ship statue into her grotto? Because how much does a flounder weigh? Let me see. Flounder weighs about 7 pounds, not quite. Some of them, the California ones, it look like 40 pounds. So he is a guppy number. So he's actually guppy number 35. But okay. But in this case, how is he able to lift that entire statue without getting out of breath or it killing him? Also, that same statue when it's on the ship where Eric is before the ship sinks. How is that not sinking the ship with all that weight? Because where is it hiding during that opening number of the very beginning scene? Like I said, if you guys are really interested in this, I think we have something here in exploring a lot of these unexplored Disney movies that left you with more questions than answers. Sure, we've got the Disney Wikipedia. We could go through it that way. But the thing is, we're just having a little fun with this and thinking it over, saying, there's certain things that just don't quite add up. Some things just don't quite add up. But let me know if you guys are interested in seeing more of these kind of things, because I really, really want to explore this a little bit more and have a little bit of fun with this. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to overanalyze it. I'm just exploring a few little flaws here and there and saying there's some things that are just a little tiny bit off. Tiny bit left unanswered. So, yeah. I mean, this would be a lot of fun to explore. Because, like I said, there's a lot of Disney movies. And there's a lot of questions out there. Okay, Chloe's interested. Are you Jeff B? Or anybody else that's watching? I would love to hear your input, because this was having a lot of fun with that. Because this is a possible YouTube series that I really want to explore. I probably won't get to explore it too much until after I'm in California. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of plot holes to find, that's for sure, Jeff B. I mean, we'll stick to Disney first, my dear. Leave it to my darling to bring up something like that. He says, why the Enterprise and Discovery so much bigger than the Enterprise and TOS? Wrong franchise, my dear. Even though it's technically owned, Disney does own Star Trek, but the movie's going good, Jeff B. So my stuff was shipped out yesterday, and Jack is basically in the process of getting things set up for us in the new home. And I will be out there officially in July. July 11th will be my first day in California. And Jack is basically setting things up for us. And it's fallen into place little by little. So I will be officially in California July 11th. Just getting the last little bit of paperwork and some things finished up around here before I go out there. But yeah, the move is going good. I will be out there very, very soon. No, I'm not doing a pods kind of thing. So basically, I hired an independent shipper from a place called Shipley. I'll type it into the chat so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And basically, Shipley allows you to contact these third-party shippers who are heading in the direction of where you're wanting to send things, and they will charge you. So basically, it's sort of like a bidding kind of thing to say, okay, this is what I need to ship out. How much are you willing to pay? And you negotiate with the shipper, and you tell them this is the price you want to pay, and they plan accordingly. So mine did it fairly inexpensively. I had 3 bins full of stuff that were shipped out. I basically told them what I needed shipped out, and they picked them up yesterday. They gave me a window of when they would be by to come by to pick up stuff. They said, oh, we'll be in your area to pick up stuff. Your driver will be here between this window. And then they sent me another text message saying that they were about 45 minutes to an hour away. So once they did that, they picked it up, loaded up onto their vehicle. And now I'm waiting for them to send me the information, which I will send on to Jack when they are able to come deliver it to our new place, basically. So it's a very cool idea. I mean, because I didn't have that much stuff to bring, I only had 3 bins full of stuff. Each one, the 2 of them were about 70-gallon ones that my friend bought me, and one was a smaller one, about 18 gallons one. So basically, what I've got left to bring is my laptop, a suitcase, and a purse. Those will all be going back with me in July. If I need to send anything else, that will basically go via U.S. postal mail. I've got 4 packages that are being sent out, which should be arriving sometime today for Jack to pick up from the postal people. So those will be there. I think he sent me a message saying I think they're there. Let me just double check. So forgive me if I'm on my phone for a minute. See if my husband was telling me that. So yeah, I mean, it's falling into place. It really is. So yeah, I mean, he was just sending me a picture of how our room looks. So he's got stuff in place. It's getting there. So yeah, I mean, like I said, my last day here in the Maryland area will be July 11th. I will be leaving out from BWI. I have a layover in Kansas City, Missouri for about an hour, I believe. And then from Kansas City, I will fly on into San Diego. And from San Diego, I head back to my new place with my husband. And we start our new life together in California. We'll probably be doing streams once we get it figured out in California. The next stream that I'll do after I do this one, yeah, the U.S. postal system nowadays is a mess, honestly, Jeff B. It really is. I don't trust them like I used to. I normally go with FedEx, or I normally go with eBay to do it through Amazon or FedEx to deliver stuff, basically. So yeah, the postal system, honestly, it sucks. I will say that. No, honestly, it really, really sucks. It's not the best, honestly. I mean, I'm not impressed with how it's going, with the way it needs to be one of the most trusted companies out there. Saying, oh yeah, neither snow, no rain, or any of that kind of stuff is going to hold us back from delivering our mail. But now it's a different matter. Now stuff is holding it back, basically. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's falling into place. It really is. I mean, just wait on some things, basically. But yeah, I mean, my stuff will be there. Yeah, I mean, I did priority mail for that one in that case, Jet B, basically, for the ones, because I couldn't fit it all into my suitcase, and I didn't want to just keep shoving stuff into my bins, basically, because those bins were already packed pretty tight with stuff. So that's why I did priority mail for those, because it was a lot easier and a lot less headache. So yeah, that is the plan, basically. The next thing that will happen on my YouTube channel will basically be reading the novella with my husband. We'll be reading that. We're going to practice that tonight, and then we'll keep you guys posted when we do that stream. And yeah, the next thing after that will probably be the novella, and we'll keep you posted. I mean, if you guys want me to keep doing this Disney, unanswered Disney questions, basically, I will definitely do that for sure. Because I mean, I really love the idea. It's a really fun idea. Really, honestly, it's a really clever, unique idea. I mean, I've been toying with the idea for the longest time about it. I mean, there's so many Disney movies out there that I was left with more questions than I was with answers in certain things. I mean, when you're a kid and you watch these Disney movies, you don't think about that, but then when you get to become an adult, then you start thinking about it. I've heard that, Jeffy, that has great internet. So I can't wait to see that. Wait to test that out to see if California's got great internet. So yeah, but yeah, but yeah, this was a fun little stream. I appreciate you guys all coming out. My darling Jeffy, I appreciate you coming out. Chloe, you guys have been awesome. You guys are my big, big, big supporters with this. I mean, just like Jack and I are going to be working on some ideas for some streams together too. Oh yeah, I heard about those, the rolling brownouts. I heard about that. That should be interesting. So yeah, I think that's everything for right now. So I'm going to just wrap up basically here. I mean, I've been going for almost 45 minutes about this, but yeah, I will. I will definitely say hi. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Yeah, I will stay hydrated for sure. I know one thing, not to drink the tap water directly from the tap. Just like you can't drink the water directly from here. It's nasty. Certain people have learned that mistake. Say, okay, don't drink the water. So yeah, I will say hi to Jack from you guys. But yeah, like I said, if you guys like this idea of a stream kind of thing, I will definitely do so. I mean, this was a lot of fun. I mean, it was impromptu. I was trying to test it out on Twitter. Twitter, for whatever reason, cut me out with it. It might have been my headphones. I don't know. I gotta experiment with that to figure out what's going on. Because even though they're Avis brand, these came from apparently an Avis flight or carbonal place. They are crap. So Avis, you do not try harder. You just disappoint harder. I mean, yeah, these are just, yeah, as you guys can see, it says Avis. And I was trying to use it on my phone, but for whatever reason, they didn't want to cooperate. But yeah, I think I will wrap up here, guys. You guys have a good rest of your afternoon, and thank you all so much for coming out. And I will see you guys another time. I know, right? Avis, you disappoint. I guess because Orville hasn't been renewed. So Orville renew and Avis do better. All right, guys. You have a good rest of your afternoon, and I will see you guys another time. See you later. Bye.